What is going on, guys? Jeff here. Lights are out. Sunday afternoon, even though evening. We'll call it evening. Here at Corals Unlimited. And today is Sunday, so you know what that means. One Take Sunday. So this is where we do a tour of the store. And today I'm a little pressed for time, so we're gonna do the quick version of it. I have to not only kind of close up shop, get the shop ready for a shutdown day, feed myself, deliver some boxes to UPS, do a podcast, and be home at a reasonable time. So I got, even though that it's late, we still got some stuff to do, and I still wanted to get a video out to you guys. So as far as the store went this week, it was a little bit of a quiet week here at the store, and that's fine. It happens, did a lot of fragging, did a lot of maintenance work, even though that it's never enough and there's always something to clean here. But as far as the corals go, we do have quite a collection going. This is the $25 bin. We're thinking about swapping some stuff up, potentially condensing the $25 section and putting in some bigger, nicer ass piece prices in the back, and kind of moving around some of this $25 stuff that we got going on. So I find that even though that's like my big value bin over here, that a lot of people end up gravitating to this bin even still. And there has been times where there has been the same exact coral on this side as over there, and people come over here and they buy it because there's a lot more prettier stuff over here, where that's just kind of a big old bin of bargains. But yeah, so we got some of this stuff in here this week. A lot of the stuff that I ordered that came in has kind of come and gone, which is good. The bigger, showier acros have been bought up or traded for. I still got my Worldwide Corals Jello Shot, which is right in the center of the screen. Doesn't look like anything right now because the lights are starting to dim down for the night. But yeah, so we got some high-end stuff here still. Hoping to get some more in. Obviously not next week, because next week is Thanksgiving, and a lot of these guys, they don't do wheeling and dealing on Thanksgiving week, so we'll have to wait another week before we can get some new stuff in here, and also replace some of the stuff that we traded out with some local hobbyists. Saltwater fish, still kind of bland, still kind of clownfishy. We do have some fish in the back in quarantine. We won't get to that today, but I did install a whole row of 10-gallon tanks this past week. So that should help out quite a bit with the getting more fish in here. But I definitely want to add some more. I was kind of hoping that the fish order that I was going to do this week would carry me through till Christmas, but it's just not going to happen. So we're going to have to brave it and obviously do some orders. I'm probably not going to do any orders outside the dry good orders I have coming in next week. I would like to get to a local vendor next week and see about supporting a local farmer and getting some more corals for the shop, so we can do a big old fat Black Friday sale. I'm not going to get crazy with the dry goods just because it's my first year, and obviously I can't really compete from what the bigger operations can do. But we'll probably do a live good or livestock deal. We're probably going to do a deal on some useful stuff for reef tank hobbyists, and I'll be posting all that on the interwebs, so keep your eyes out for that. Be sure to follow our Facebook page, because even though that we tend to be, the way that we're operating right now, more geared towards the local main scene, there's definitely going to be some changes to that here pretty soon, and we're going to be getting on lines a little bit more with our corals and all that stuff. This guy still been up, still been running. It's not running, I'm lying, it's all lies. One Take Sunday. So what I've been doing with this is I left it up and I drained it out and all that good stuff. But I've been slowly kind of, rethinking some of the things that I have going on here. We did order some Building an Obsession trays, which have the lock silicone in them, so I can basically put my tray together here at the store. Let's say it's sitting in this table here, and when it comes time to head out for the day of the event, just grab some water, grab the tray, put it into my cooler, just currently covered with power cord, and be able to dump the water into the frag system, throw a heater in there, maybe some Chemi-Pure, and throw this little light contraption over it, get the water to temp, and take them out of the cooler and put them in, and not need to deal with all the specimen cups and individually placing every single coral. Hopefully that saves me quite a bit. I like what I have going on as far as filtration. Heater, I'm probably going to get a titanium heater. We'll probably just store use one of the ones that we have. A bigger one so I can heat the water up quickly, because there was one event that I went to that I was right next to the door, and it was cold air rushing in constantly and cooling down my water. And the heater I brought down definitely wasn't strong enough to handle this much water. I think it was like a 200 watt. Even though this is only like a 20 gallon frag tank, I think the 200 watt just wasn't enough for me to quickly get the water to temp, throw the corals in, and be done with it and ready for tomorrow or the next day. The light, we did replace that. We're going to be replacing that. This is a black box off from Amazon. I had bought this specifically for the shows, but have since found, even though that it did work pretty good for this quick little adjustment that we made here for anemones, to make the colors blow up pretty good. Obviously you can't see it too well with the blues, but originally I bought them for this, and then I realized that you could daisy chain them. We ended up using some in the back, but I'm really not wild about the blue, even in comparison to the Ecotex like we have over the tubs here. I don't know if the camera really picks it up, but it's more of a whitish cool blue as opposed to like a blue that's kind of going to make corals pop. That isn't to say that you don't get really good growth out of this light. That's why I decided to use it on some of my frag systems in the back. But we did happen to notice that one of the vendors here at the swap that we had last week had a MaxSpec razor. Even though the MaxSpec razors have kind of reviews that are hit or miss, it did make them corals blow up, which is exactly what you're looking for when you're looking to sell corals at a show. So we did pick up one of those. We got a 3-footer, which is going to go perfectly over this tank. I am probably going to pick up some yo-yos, which is very well known in the homegrown world. We're going to probably use that so we can make adjustments to the light. So maybe we're putting corals in or making some adjustments, I can pull it up, and then if I need to drop it down, let's say about mid-level, but corals aren't solid, then we can really drop it down and just crank 100% blues and make them really blow up. Maybe we have that ability as well. And then once I have this nailed down, I'm going to replicate it at least 2 or 3 times and have the same exact setup for some bigger shows, because I did reach out to Reefapalooza this past week, and I'm gonna throw my name in the hat on some of the bigger shows. We haven't done any of those in quite a while, at least not selling coral at all, which that'll be a completely different thing, traveling halfway across the country to sell corals. That ought to be interesting. But also, just to kind of see some of you guys out there that are located in Florida or New York or whatever the case may be. See you guys again, because it's always fun to meet up and talk shop with folks. So as far as this week was really quiet from a freshwater standpoint. I didn't even do an order, so that's 2 weeks without an order. We did get purchased out on a couple things, so we need to re-up on that next week. So we'll do probably the only live goods order that we're going to do outside of going to a local service company's place, if I can make it over there, if they'll have me visit them and pick up some corals. But probably just going to do a freshwater order. We do have a couple large dry good orders coming in, and we're going to buckle down for Black Friday. And then once that's passed, we'll move on to doing some more expanding. We need to get the stand for the 400 gallon, get that going. We are going to get another cooler of food in here. We got to get the electrical in for the 400 gallon. We got to get the electrical in for the water table, and round some stuff out and kind of finish doing these little things that are rolling around in my head. Folks, but that's going to do it for today. Thanks so much for joining me on this sort of quick One Take Sunday. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the bell so you can be notified every time that I upload a new video. Peace.